All right, today we are diving into something huge. It's called Hafeet Rail, and it's this massive new project forging what's basically a steel spine across the Arabian Peninsula, connecting the futures of Oman and the UAE. Let's get right into it.
At its core, what this really boils down to is a story about a powerful partnership. You've got two neighboring countries, Oman and the UAE, and they are joining forces with a single, incredibly ambitious goal in mind.
And that goal is being built out of 303 kilometers of steel track. But look, this isn't just about moving goods from point A to point B. It's about weaving their economic futures together in a way that has just never been done before.
So, what is this massive project, really? Let's take a second and just break down what Hafeet Rail actually is and what it's designed to do.
Okay, so the official term you're going to hear is an intermodal logistics corridor. I know, it sounds super technical, but the idea is actually pretty simple. It's all about seamless movement. Just imagine a container coming off a ship, getting loaded directly onto a train, and then onto a truck for that final delivery, all without ever being opened or unpacked. It's just one smooth, integrated journey.
So yeah, Hafeet Rail is so much more than just a train track. It's a complete end-to-end service. We're talking everything, from the port to customs to the final delivery. It can move all sorts of goods in standard containers, and the key connection, the whole point, is linking Oman's major Sohar port directly into Abu Dhabi's massive logistics network.
And the scale we're talking about here is just immense. The plan is to move nearly 200,000 containers every single year. I mean, just think about that for a second. That's a huge amount of cargo that's going to shift from congested roads onto this super efficient railway. It really hints at the massive economic impact this line is going to have.
Okay, so that's the what. But now let's get to the really interesting part, the why. Why are Oman and the UAE pouring so much time, energy, and money into this new steel artery?
Well, for the UAE, the answer is crystal clear. One of their top ministers calls it a vital enabler. See, this isn't just about moving boxes around. It's a strategic tool. It's about boosting regional trade and, maybe most importantly, diversifying their economy away from its reliance on oil.
And that's not just one person's opinion. That sentiment is echoed right across the leadership. The UAE's Minister of Investment really drives it home, saying this rail line is about unlocking entirely new economic opportunities. It's literally a foundation for future growth.
Now, looking at it from the Omani side, this project fits perfectly into their own long-term strategy, which they call Vision 2040. I mean, it checks all the boxes. It supercharges their logistics sector. It connects their key ports to the wider region. It makes their industries way more competitive on the global stage. And, you guessed it, it helps build a sustainable, non-oil future. This is a true cornerstone of their national ambition.
So, the vision is huge, right? But how on earth do you actually build a 303-kilometer railway across an international border and straight through a mountain range? Let's get into the incredible engineering behind this.
Okay, so picture the route. The line itself is a real testament to modern engineering. It kicks off right at the coast in Oman, at Sohar Port, and then it carves a path inland, tackling the super rugged Hajar Mountains before finally connecting into the UAE's national rail network near Abu Dhabi. And listen to this, the speed of construction is just breathtaking. The joint venture was only formed in 2024, but by late 2025, the project was already reported as being over halfway built. They'd even started tunneling through the mountains. Full operations are expected to start in 2026. That is an absolutely incredible pace.
To really wrap your head around the scale of this thing, let's just run through some of the numbers. First up, the total length, 303 kilometers of brand new track.
And then, to get across all the varied landscapes, crews are building 57 major bridges. Some of them are towering up to 34 meters high.
And finally, there's the stuff you don't really see, but that's absolutely critical, a staggering 881 culverts. These are for drainage, and they're what's going to keep this line stable for decades and decades to come.
Now, you know a project this massive doesn't just happen on its own. It requires a really powerful coalition. So, who are the key players actually bringing Hafeet Rail to life?
What's really fascinating here is the symmetry of the partnership. It's like a perfect mirror image. On the Omani side, you've got their national rail company, their logistics group, and their investment authority. And on the UAE side, the exact same structure. It's a truly balanced partnership that shows just how committed both nations are.
And if you zoom out from that core team, you see this even broader alliance supporting them. You've got the foundational backing of both governments, of course. Then you have specialized logistics partners who are ready to actually operate the services. And on the ground, a joint Omani-Emirati construction alliance is doing the physical building. It's a massive, beautifully coordinated effort.
Okay, the progress has been absolutely insane, right? But they're not at the finish line just yet. So what's the final path to actually getting the trains rolling?
Well, here's the most important takeaway. Everything is right on schedule. Officials have confirmed the project is well past the halfway mark, and it is on track to hit that 2026 launch target. The momentum is clearly still going strong. So the final push really comes down to 3 key stages. First, they've got to finish all the heavy construction. The tracks, the bridges, the tunnels. Second comes exhaustive testing to make sure everything is safe and reliable. And finally, launching the commercial freight services, officially opening this new economic artery for business in 2026.
You know, this project is so much more than just concrete and steel. It's a statement of intent, and it's really a blueprint for regional integration. So I guess the final question is, as this steel spine finally comes to life, what new future will it build for Oman, for the UAE, and for the entire region?